Get ready to challenge your perception and discover the real world. Let's dive deep into the issues that affect our communities, revealing the untold stories and giving you a voice. No sensationalism, no bias, just raw, unadulterated truth. I am committed to delivering news without compromise. Hard facts as we know them, when we know them, and how they affect you. Every Monday through to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. This will be your most authentic news experience starting now on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Yes, it's the nation's #1 talk news and sports radio station. We're broadcasting live from our audiovisual studios right here in Itimian Crescent, Victoria Island in Lagos. But you can be listening or watching us from anywhere else in the world because you do, I'm guessing, have our mobile application, or you're just listening and watching on our website, or you are on facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM, or you're just listening to us on the radio. Welcome to Hard Fact. I'm Mary Ann Okon, and the week has divided into two officially because it's Wednesday. And on Wednesdays, we start off with, of course, the big three stories making headlines on our national dailies, the ones that are, making trending and have so many tweets attached to it on social media. And of course, the ones that are making our bulletins right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. So, of course, Wednesdays, every first 2 weeks, we deal with some glass ceiling issues, of course, women-related issues, ranging from the boardroom to inside the house and domestic issues. We even go as far as talking education and protection of the girl child. These are things that we discuss on the glass ceiling. And today we're delving into something bigger. Yes, we're going to be talking about the rise of women in the corporate world. And then, of course, we will shift gears next week into talking about women in the political and governance, sphere. But today we're looking at, corporate leadership. And then, of course, on the 5 o'clock hour, it'll be time for Balogo and Broad. We're going to be talking about the Naira. It's taking a free fall again and again. We'll go back to Davos, the conversation that Wale Edun had about what they're going to be doing to help the Naira to survive and what we're getting today. Cardoso did speak about something. I will play you that audio when we're having that conversation. But that's the show for today. So, are you ready? Hop on. Let's go.
Tired of all the noise and speculation in the news? On Hard Fact, we cut through the clutter and get straight to the truth.
If only Fubra has been aware of the boo-boo trap, he would have understood in democracy there are bases for everybody to do accordingly.
Join us as we bring you the stories that matter. We go beyond the headlines to uncover the real facts and the core of every story.
We are doing this, we are doing that. At the end of the day, nothing good will come out. What did they promise us? They will be in charge of security and life and whatever. But what are we getting in return?
With in-depth analysis and experts interviews, Hard Facts delivers the truth that others dare not to reveal. Tune into Hard Facts every weekday, 3 to 6 p.m. and arm yourself with the knowledge you need to navigate today's complex world. Hard Facts, where the truth always prevails.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
And talk we shall. Let's look at the big stories from our national dailies today, especially the big three. Kidnapping epidemic. Abductors demand 100 million naira for Ekiti school children and teachers. Yes, it has become an epidemic of sorts. Yeah. Let me give you some background. Kidnappers of 5 pupils in the Apostolic Faith group of schools, Emure in Ekiti, and 4 staff members have demanded ransom of 100 million naira for release of 9 victims who were taken away on Monday. The principal of the secondary section of the school, Bodje Olanireti, confirmed that the ransom demand in an interview was actually true. Now, the abduction epidemic, we all know, has continued to defy the efforts of security agencies, and cases of kidnappings have been recorded in various parts of the country daily. For me, it's the temerity. It's the guts, it's the effrontery that these people are displaying with reckless abandon. The fact that they could kill a traditional ruler and they could not be bothered. They didn't even bat an eyelash. That's the problem. But there's so many questions that need to be answered today, so let's talk about it. Are you ready? I also want to look at this issue of insecurity through the prism of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Well, he's saying that if Mr. President is unable to do the job, he should step aside. Well, guess what? The presidency replied. Yes, they replied. And let's look at that response and then we'll talk about it in its entirety. Insecurity, your statements are reckless. Presidency, replies Atiku on Tinubu. Well, they're saying that the president is on top of the situation while in France. Well, the presidency had dismissed a statement by the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar calling on President Bola Tinubu to step aside if he could not resolve the nation's security challenges. Atiku had in a statement posted on X said that President Tinubu was fiddling while the country was drowning in insecurity. He said, and I quote, "Tinubu is playing the fiddle while Nigeria is drowning in the ocean of insecurity. Imagine that the commander-in-chief is on a so-called private visit. At the same time, kidnappers kill a nursing mother and a grandmother in Abuja for failing to pay 90 million naira ransom, and 2 monarchs in Ekiti, among other regular tragedies besettling Nigeria." Well, let me tell you what the federal government's response was. Bayo Onanuga, who is a special advisor to the president on strategy, called the statement reckless. He said the president is on top of the situation despite his current private visit to France. While in France, he says President Tinubu has been following the developments at home and he's on top of the situation in the country. He also spoke about a tripartite committee on national minimum wage, that it was being inaugurated. I don't understand how that ties to anything, but they're questions Nigerians are asking. I don't know about you, but I'm a little wary. I'm tired of the number of people that are dying. And like I said yesterday, it's not chickens that are being slaughtered for a party somewhere in, Ijora. It's not pigs that they want to use for bacon. It's human beings that are being slaughtered every day. But someone's telling me that, oh, don't worry, the president is aware, and while he's in France. What exactly is the president doing in France? Why is it shrouded in secrecy? Again, I mean, this started happening while the president was here. Why did he think that the timing of that travel was good? I mean, I don't know. I'm speaking from a perspective of what people would perceive, because if you put up a certain persona or give people a certain idea, that's the position they will hold. But in the middle of people dying, in the middle of so-called miners and bandits killing your people, you're going on a private visit. Are you going to get a drone while you're on that private visit, Mr. President? So maybe it will help us fish out these people who are killing us, coming into our homes, knocking on our doors and just grabbing us from our beds. I'm curious. Should the presidency be countering Atiku or countering insecurity? And finally, the Office of the National Security Advisor is in the news. And they're telling us that they shared 4.6 billion naira to organize prayers against insecurity. And this is a report by an EFCC witness. The Office of the National Security Advisor, I put it to you again. Office of the National Security Advisor spent 4.6 billion naira, not million, not thousand, to organize prayers against insecurity. Are we joking? Who did this to us? Let's talk. 0700 993 993 993. These are the big stories for today. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because we're in trouble. 0700 993 993 993. That's 0700 993 993 993. If you're a lady, call 020 1465 7190. That's 020 1465 7190. Or if you're listening to us from outside of the country and you want to be part of the conversation and the jagbadantis that has befallen us in this country, well, join us via Skype. We're Nigeria Info FM on Skype. We're also live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. Same thing on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Don't forget, you've got 60 seconds. Go straight to the point. I'd like to hear from you. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Marianne.
Good afternoon.
This is Ladipo.
Pastor Ladipo, go ahead, please.
Marianne, I want to ask us a question. How many times for the past 8 months that the president has been sworn in, how many times has it made international travels? That is by the side. Now, look at this issue of insecurity. I'm telling you, the chicken is coming home to roast gradually. And we are here still playing lip service to the whole situation. Now, 2 monarchs have been killed. The ones that were killed in Plateau, the president did not go there. Instead, all the governors gathered and come and visit him in Lagos. I don't know what is really wrong with us. So I'm telling you, as it is now, like I said yesterday, let everybody just maintain a low lifestyle. And be watchful, because as it is now, even the government themselves are helpless. I'm telling you.
Very funny. Pastor Ladipo, thank you very much for calling. If government is helpless, what do the people themselves do? Hello? All right, call me back because I do not know what that is. Hello?
Hello.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Yes, my name is Martin. I'm calling from Aja area.
Go ahead. Turn off your radio, please. I don't want to hear it.
Okay. Please, I have a problem. I don't know if you can help me out.
Sorry?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. What are you commenting on?
I'm commenting on Tinubu's travel. He's
All right.
supposed to be around to tackle the security problem, not going to France for a private visit.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for calling. Hello? Hello? Oh, sorry about that. Do call us back. Hello? What's going on? Hello? Welcome to Hard Fact.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
I can hear you.
We're calling.
Go ahead.
But I've not seen my money.
I don't understand. What do people mean by you not seeing your monies? Your monies have all been sent. How come some of you have seen it? Go and fight with your bank, please. We sent you all your monies.
I'm not hearing you well.
How can you not hear me?
I've not gotten it. I'll send the message.
Your monies were sent since that day.
I'll send it now.
They had been sent. Yes, so you need to check your accounts. Those monies were sent.
Okay, I will send it now.
No. We have sent your monies. Oh, my goodness. I don't know what's happening, but if you can hear me, all your monies were sent. The only person we're yet to send money to is Ahigbe. By the way, where's Ahigbe? Because we haven't heard from her. She hasn't called any show. I hope she's okay. Someone who knows her, please reach out to her. But every single person, we've sent your monies. Ifeanyiwa, we've sent your money. Florence, every single person, we've sent your monies. And a few people sent messages that they received it, but I don't know what's happening to you guys. So check again. All right. Hello. Apologies. Do call us back. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
My name is Perry. I'm calling from Aja.
Terry, go ahead.
I'm beginning to wonder what exactly is wrong with this country and leadership. We don't have leaders in this country. We only have rulers. People who don't have vision, no direction, confused. Things are happening in the country that are not making sense at all. Insecurity, economy, everything is going upside down. And these guys are just busy propaganda and making all kinds of nonsenses, embarrassing the citizenry and the entire world. What is wrong with us? It is becoming something. How can you be a president of the country, traveling out of the country? We don't know what is going to do there. What is happening? What kind of human beings are these? Look, we can't continue like this. Enough is enough. Thank you, my dear.
All right, thanks a lot for calling. Adeyinka is calling us via Skype. Hello, Adeyinka. Adeyinka, can you hear me? Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Hi, good evening, Marianne.
Good evening. Oh, good afternoon. It's still afternoon there.
Yeah, it's evening over here.
Okay, great.
Marianne, I love in Spanish that my little son had to look at me. Are you okay? You mentioned they spent 4 point what? Remind me again, please.
4.6 billion to organize prayers for insecurity. Yes.
To organize prayers.
Yes, we need it. We need it.
When a common man on the street are hungry, that they cannot even see 1 square meal to eat in a day. And these so-called leaders said they spent 4.6 billion to organize prayers. Please, Benian, correct me if I'm wrong. Even the nations that doesn't believe in God, they are excelling. They are being successful. The Hindus, the Buddhists, they are successful in their economy, in their country. Who has religion's help in this country? It's just like somebody that is preparing for an exam and said, God will help me without opening a single book. God, these leaders, they've seen us finish. They know Nigerians like cats. I keep on saying it. Until Nigerians rise up and take this country back from these wicked so-called leaders, we are in for it. Have a nice day, Mariam.
Adeyinka, thank you very much for calling. I don't also want to believe that 6.4 billion was spent for prayer. Sorry, please. How are the prayers coming in capsules? Who are we going to get to do the prayers? Are we raising prophets from the dead? Is it Elijah, the ones that we heard in the book of Revelation that they were working in the streets? Is he back? Is that the guy who's praying on our behalf that needs 4.6 billion naira? I'm curious. It's the office of the National Security Advisor, and this is a report coming from the EFCC. It's not that someone made it up. Simon Collins is calling us via Skype. Hello, Simon. Simon, are you there? Can you hear me, Simon? Hello, Simon. Oh, Simon. All right, Simon's not there. Sorry, Simon. You'd have to call me back. Let me go back to the phone lines. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Is it possible for you to speak up or get closer to your phone?
Yeah, I'm closer to my phone right now. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
Mariam, my name is Ziggy. I'm calling from Ajawa Estate.
All right, Ziggy, gist me.
Mariam, make I gist you.
I know.
You see, I would just liken Nigeria to something like a man, a house that have a faulty foundation, and the landlord knows that his house has a very serious faulty foundation, and the engineer is just telling him that this house has a faulty foundation. Instead of man to work on the foundation, he called the engineer, please repaint this house. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So just repaint it, and the engineer will carry on repainting the house. It will look good outside, but the inside is collapsing. That is exactly how we look like. Nigerians are hungry. We need something to be done fundamentally. Before you know it, they will tell you, give them 5,000. Organize prayers for them. Just go and tell them something good. Tell them we are doing something. I'm going to London.
Okay.
I'm going to France.
Ziggy.
And people are jumping about it. Why we have a serious fundamental problem.
Ziggy,
and
your
the
time is up.
problem may collapse also. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. I've got less than a minute before we go on the break. Let me go to Facebook Live. Prince Ike here on Facebook Live says, few days ago, Niger, Mali and Burkina Faso pulled out from ECOWAS. Days after, ECOWAS president left for France and tagged it private visit. He says, so fishy. Oh, the conspiracy theorists are out and about today, aren't they? If you're watching us live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info, please join the conversation. Post your comment. You could also join us on YouTube Live. Post your comments on our YouTube page. We would like to hear from you. Let me quickly read a few messages here before we go on that break, okay? Uche from Songo says, please, under which government was it? Make it clear. The news is half-baked. I will give you some details when we come back from the break. This one says 4.6 billion naira for prayer spent. Maybe the angel came down and collected some cows. This one says, our president said he wants to visit foreign investors to come to the country and poor economy. I'm sure that's what you mean. You didn't give us your name, but I've got to go for that break. Now, when we come back, I'll give you some background into the EFCC report about the Office of the National Security Advisor and the 4.6 billion naira that was spent for prayers, for security. It's still hard facts. 99.3 Nigeria Info. I am Mary Okon. We'll be right back.
You are listening to your number one station for talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
A show that awakens your passion for travel and exploration. A fresh door to a world of thrilling tours, cultural wonders, excitement, inspiration, and discovery. Welcome to Travel and Culture, where the love for travel meets the magic of radio. Join us as we embark on virtual journeys, bringing you the best of travel tips, first-hand experiences from bustling cities, serene landscapes, and fun spots across the globe. We uncover hidden gems that makes the world a travel paradise. Join us on Travel and Culture every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Get ready to set sail into a world of wonders. Travel and Culture. Discover the world with us. The I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debates Competition is back. The challenging and well-researched topics.
The flexibility is easier and faster.
Giving the economic climate to some countries.
Two-thirds of the world population have abolished the death penalty. Yet
You mentioned that they don't no longer settle land disputes like
The points and the counterpoints.
In line with research, Nigeria sets out an increasing number of skilled workers.
we look at the points that you made about it being manipulated by the media.
Secondly, my opponent says that it increases volume of clean and fit load. Well,
The confidence and the tensed battle.
we make it sound that Nigeria doesn't have a set of rules and regulations.
there are different safety measures that Okada riders do flaunt.
A child has not been properly academically satisfied.
Secondary school students in Lagos will go shoulder to shoulder in the I Beg to Differ Secondary School Tournament to contest who deserves the crown. The I Beg to Differ competition is back this February on Nigeria Info FM. For sponsorship, call 0908-885-1862. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
Be a part of conversations that affect you, mothers, as well as your child on Maternity Line Show, where Zainab unearths motherhood through unique stories in reproductive health.
Pregnancy is quite challenging for me. For the first pregnancy, I had to deliver at 32 weeks.
I hit my tummy on the curvix, and immediately I was rushed to the hospital.
How about asking questions that benefit your child, babies, and toddlers?
Immunization for children has a lot of benefits. You vaccinate a child till the 15th month. Most parents stop at 6 months when their babies stop breastfeeding.
On the show that features experts and professionals across maternal and child health. Join Zainab as she amplifies voices of women for better physical, mental, and social well-being. We discuss parenting.
My kid is a bit older now. When he was younger, it was a bit more stressful, but now we kind of work with each other.
My name is Ugo. Thank you for bringing up this topic. So I'm a single mother.
And even hand the mic over to allies who are men and fathers, creating better outcome for child and maternal practices. Join Zainab Fridays 12:15 p.m. on 99.3 Nigeria Info on Maternity Line Show, an all-encompassing medium for every woman, mothers and aspiring mothers.
The I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Competition is back. The challenging and well-researched topics.
It says CBDC is easier and faster.
Given the economic climate of some countries.
Two-thirds of the world population have abolished the death penalty. Yet you mentioned that they don't no longer settle land disputes like
The points and the counterpoints.
In line with research, Nigeria sets out an increasing number of skilled workers.
you look at the points that you made about it being manipulated by the media.
Equally, my opponent says that it increases volume of clean and fit loads. Well,
The confidence and the tensed battle.
we make it sound that government doesn't have a set of rules and regulations.
There are different safety measures that Okada riders do flaunt.
A child has not been properly academically satisfied.
Secondary school students in Lagos will go shoulder to shoulder in the I Beg to Differ Secondary School Tournament to contest who deserves the crown. The I Beg to Differ competition is back this February on Nigeria Info FM. For sponsorship, call 0908-885-1862. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Facts. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories, you know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Marian Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, Lagos is still the big three on Hard Facts. 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Marianne Okon, and we're looking at the big stories for today. Abductors demand 100 million naira for Ekiti school children and teachers. And now, don't forget, this kidnapping thing is continuing to break, and it's, for some people, it's coming home closer, hitting closer to home. Another big story here, obviously, is the presidency hitting back at former Vice President Atiku Abubakar when he suggested that Mr. President step aside if he was unable to deal with security. Again, on the ongoing case with the former National Security Advisor Sambo Dasuki, an EFCC reporter actually said that 4.6 billion naira of the Office of the National Security Advisor Fund was shared to organize prayers against insecurity. Not be today. Now, let me give you some background because everyone's asking. Now, an operative of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Kazim Yusuf, told the Federal High Court in the Federal Territory that 4.6 billion naira was allegedly diverted to organize prayers for Nigeria. Yusuf spoke on Tuesday while testifying as second prosecution witness in the trial of former Minister of State for Finance Bashir Yuguda. Yuguda is standing trial alongside Sambo Dasuki, former National Security Advisor Atahiru Bafarawa, ex-governor of Sokoto State, his son Sajir, and Alhatu Investment Limited, a company owned by Bafarawa. The defendants are facing 25 counts of misappropriation, criminal breach, and trust and receiving stolen property. Now, you know how long this has been going on for. So 4.6 billion naira, whether it's now, whether it's then, a lot of money. But what's the difference between then and now in terms of the corruption that's bedeviling us, in terms of the stories that we've been told, or the things that have even been hidden in the guise of fighting insecurity? Really, are we in trouble as a country looking at all the things that have been happening around us? Because you see, if we talk about it, half the time I'm hearing, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. That these people are not ready to do anything for us. But there's nothing we can do to your tent to Israel. So how many more people have to die for Nigeria to get serious about this issue of insecurity? And I'm not just talking about kidnapping. I'm not just talking about bandits. I'm not talking about illegal mining. I mean, I could write a whole scroll about all of the problems that we have in this country. What's going on? Anyway, all our stories today just had to do with security, actually. But sure, join the conversation. 0700 993 993 993. You can join the conversation as a lady. 0201 465 7190. Send me a WhatsApp message. You can join the conversation on YouTube and Facebook Live. Or if you're listening from outside of the country, our Skype is live. We're Nigeria Info FM via Skype. You have 60 seconds. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon to you, Miriam.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Who are you? What are you? Where are you calling me from? Sorry.
My name is Prince Wise, calling you from Amuodofin.
All right, Prince, go ahead.
You see the problem of Nigeria. When we want to govern this country, we should. I can handle this country. Why? I've been asking for special court to track those who stole our Commonwealth. Look at it now. Samdo Dasuki. It was before Buhari come on board. When Buhari come on board, this man was detained. The whole Nigeria was shouting, Allah, release this man, release this man. After they release this man, the case still pending up to date. How can somebody spend 4.6 million for prayer?
Billion.
Where did they hear the prayer?
Billion, not million.
Billion. Where do they hear the prayer? Is it in Saudi Arabia? Is it in Rome? Or is it in Israel? Why are we doing ourselves like this? And the case still pending. If there's a case, corruption cases that will last just 3 years, if that fellow is not culpable, let him go. But if he's culpable, they will receive our money from him. Let's use that money to develop Nigeria. We need corruption case court that can tackle the situation.
Okay.
And that's
all right.
supposed to be.
Thank you, Prince, for calling. Yes. But all the monies that we've recovered, where did the money go? Because I'd like to know where the monies, whether it's the Abacha loot that we recovered, whether it be the... Do you remember when the Buhari government came into power at first? They started with that whole slap on the wrist, tactic that, if you've stolen public funds, just bring it back quietly and we'll just give you a slap on the wrist. Even if you stole 50 billion, you could just bring about 20 billion and we let you go. How did that pan out? And here we are, moaning and groaning and grinding our teeth. How did we even let that fly? Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I can hear you.
Yeah, you have a man on the line. I'm calling you from a question.
Go ahead.
Let's assume it's even true. Then the pastors and the imams who receive the money should be picked up now. Because the Bible said freely it is given and freely you must give. So is it that some people are turning to business? But we are in Nigeria. About the insecurity, it is painful, but our leaders should listen. If we don't have the right to have money in our pockets, if we don't have the right to have free, fair, and credible elections to choose the people who govern us, at least we should have the right to life. We should have the life to security. At least restructure this country so that we can have a right to life. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel, for calling. I appreciate it. And you stuck to the time given. All right, let's go to WhatsApp. Too many messages. I'll run through them. This one says, Marianne, praying how? The undoing of our leaders are now making the people mock God. Are we the only country to pay? Well, I'm sure you mean pray. Nigerians deserve the leaders they get. Elect leaders that are judicious. They will say no. Joel from Ayobo. Thank you, Joel. This one says, please, it's really a truism that people deserve the government they get. No disrespect to Nigerians. It's like we're just being remotely tossed like zombies or tossed about like zombies. The government knows that all we know how to do is just huff and puff and then we forget. Nigerians, please, let's wake up and take back this country. Enough is enough. Ikena. Thank you very much. This one says, George Orwell said people sleep while rough boys keep guard. You ask, where are the rough boys? These governors seem to be sleeping in their various states. I mean, how could such incidents happen? No intel, nothing. They've actually had a field day. For me, I blame the governors for the killing. Olushogajai, thank you. This one says, Marianne, billions of naira for prayer against insecurity. Prayer is not the solution to Nigeria's to insecurity in Nigeria. Our rulers need to think outside of the box, but not wasting 4.6 billion naira for prayers. What if there's not even a box? What if there's no capacity to think? All right, this one says, so you mean our government spent 4 billion naira for prayer. Only, well, I don't blame them. I blame those who were supporting them when they were campaigning. Now they let everyone down by sinking the country's economy deeper and deeper. Now Nigeria is the poorest in the world, I think. Oh, really? No, we're not. Not yet. And he says, I think this country is the country God casted Satan from heaven to. Wow. Dampy, I know that you're sad, but a bit much. Too much. This one says 4 billion just for prayers is too cheap. I think they should spend $5 billion for prayers. So APC supporters, how markets now? Change has come, so we have seen the change now. One can come talk outside to defend and support their party again, because we're all suffering. I pity this country and I pity our unborn children. I hear the APC people telling you, but Sambu Dasuki was not brought in by Buhari. Neither was he brought in by Tinubu. He was brought in by Jonathan. Yeah. Someone here says 4.6 billion naira spent for prayers is spent on astronaut angels guiding the prayer warriors, feeding the entertainment of chariots, passage of prayer requests from the FCT sky to heaven's gate. Also, the signature of request authorization by 24 elders and the archangels before getting to our Lord Jesus Christ cost all this amount, Abby. Can we see receipts, Alexo? Very funny. This one says this message is too long. Tunde from Slayer, I'll just read a little bit of it. She says this is mind-boggling. Allocation of national prayers is already my Nawa story of the week. Even the good book says prayers without works is dead. Are these people thinking at all? Do first things first. Fix the economy, healthcare, education, and ensure justice and security for all. Watch all these problems go away naturally. Okay, thank you, Tunde. This one says if they prayed and we're getting worse, they should refund the money since the prayers did not work. Boma, thank you. This one says kidnapping is too much, insecurity is high, food, hospital is high, medicine in the pharmacy is too high, everything is high in the market. The government is not doing anything. I know this is your show. Okay, I don't understand. Victor, you know what I say about this, right? Robert says, good. Well, it says, I'm annoyed anytime people say EFCC is fighting corruption when most of them. Robert, how do you know this? How? Uche here says, the two popular religions in Nigeria did they get theirs? When it got to corruption, I'm sure that I don't understand this message, sir. I'm so sorry. I can't understand your message. Someone says, prayer from which planet? The joke is clear. This is a comedy ground. Best joke of the year, practicable. Well, that's what the person the witness from the EFCC was, saying. He said these monies were channeled and it was under the nomenclature of prayers for insecurity. 4.6 billion naira. Never forget it. Even if you forget anything else, never forget this. This one says, where are those APC supporters, Alake and the likes? They don't call again, please. Let's check on them. Why do you have to check on them? Just make your point and go away. This one says 4.6 billion for prayers. That must be some celestial hotline that they got into. I hope they included the money back guarantee in case God doesn't answer. I didn't realize prayers came with a price tag. Next time I talk to the big God up there, I'll make sure to check my bank account balance first. Who knew salvation came with a hefty invoice with the kind of budget for prayers? I hope they at least upgraded to platinum package, the unlimited blessings and direct line to heaven's customer service. Fris from Ikoyi. Very funny, Chris. Fris, I want to go back to the phone lines. Don't forget what all our big three stories today are on insecurity. First, of course, still talking about the kidnapping epidemic. The one that's just happened in Ekiti. The abductors are demanding 100 million naira for the children and the teachers who were taken. Also, the former NSA allotted or earmarked 4.6 billion naira to fund prayers against insecurity. And the presidency is hitting back at Atiku Abubakar And they're saying the president is on top of the matter of insecurity. What are you saying? He's watching everything that's happening from France. How dare you say the president is not working? Let's hear your thoughts, Lagos. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts. Sorry about that. Do call us back. Simon Collins is calling us via Skype. Let's take that one. Hello, Simon. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, Marian, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, just to say something because I have noticed that life has no value in Nigeria again. So life has no value again. So and people dying, the politicians doesn't care anymore. So whatever goes around comes around. For them, they are well secured. So what happened to us is not their problem. Even self here, chicken even has more value to compare to human life in Nigeria. We can remember the case of the player that kicked his cat.
Yeah,
And
I
we
do
know
remember.
how
Yes, the footballer.
common Kazuma that kicked his cat and see what they did to him. Talk less of human being. Where I work, we kill chicken. And they taught us to take care of the chicken, even self when we want to eat chicken. Talk less of human being. Marianne, who did this to us? It's time for everybody to go on his own way. Hausa, go your own
No,
path.
no, Simon. I'm not gonna let you do that. No. I'm not taking that. All right, I've got a few more minutes, so let's talk. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Mary Ann,
Yes.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Mr. Frank from Oduala.
Mr. Frank, turn off your radio, please.
You see, 100 million kidnapping.
Turn off your radio. I'll tell you one time. Turn it off.
100 million kidnapping have left north. Now it's entering south. And I can remember that Ekiti State was the first state that submitted their presidential results claiming that Tinubu won in the Ekiti State. Now they are receiving the 100 million kidnapping first. Did you know why people are not feeling this killing? Some people have not been in a burial something for over a decade now. Or some people have not lost their loved ones. That is where you know that this death is painful. How can something like this will be happening in a country called Nigeria and nobody cares? Even the president doesn't care.
The presidency is saying that the president is on top of the matter. He does care.
Hold on. From where I come from Aba, from Osisioma, if you leave something and go inside bed to sleep at night and you're something lost, we must get that thing when the day breaks. No matter whosoever that stole it, we must see it. In our own village, not to talk of where we have security personnel, chief of staff, chief of everything, president, vice, governors, day. Something like this.
In conclusion, because your time is up. In conclusion
is the APC supporters have market.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you very much for calling. But you see, the problem is it's not just happening to APC supporters, and this is not an opportunity to take a jab at someone else. The people who are being killed, they're not. We don't know who they support, if they even supported anyone. It's not an opportunity to be unnecessarily insensitive or score a cheap political point. Tomorrow it could be you, it could be me. It's not an opportunity for us to kick and hit at each other. As far as I'm concerned, it's senseless to do that. It's unnecessary. Anyway, hello.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Ben from Ikorodu.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say something. Marianne, we know a madman when we see the way he dresses and the way he talks and the way he moves. We know an illiterate because he's not learned. And we know that a child, when we see a child, we know that this is a child because of the way he behaves. For you to know a country that is cursed, it is prayer, and 4.6 billion naira for prayers. in corruption and injustice. Thank you.
All right. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Mary.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Mrs. Olawale from Aja.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to contribute to the discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Miriam.
I can hear you. You have 60 seconds. Go ahead, please.
Okay. I think there is so much wickedness in the land, and our leaders are insensitive. I think from government to government, it's the same excuses. The government is on top of it. We will talk about it, and then by tomorrow, we will hear they've killed another set of people. And it's not fair on the populace. The government is very insensitive. I think the government should just wake up to its responsibilities.
And if they don't?
If there is no punitive measure to those who loot the treasury under whatever guise, and they take this judicial and plea bargain, and you return some part of the stolen funds or mismanaged funds, people will not stop. There must be a penalty for corruption, not returning what you have taken, a part of what you have taken. There must be penalty. People must be punished, and we will see that they have been punished, not just relieving them of their duties. No.
All right, I have to let you go. Thank you so much for calling, Mr. Lawley. I have just 1 minute, so I want to run through a few messages before we wrap things up because time is almost gone. But let's see, I might have some more time at the other side. Let's see, this one says, okay, thank you very much for your message. I do appreciate it. Someone here says, someone says, Muhammad Badaru urged Nigerians to stop the payment of ransom to kidnappers and bandits. Let him and the entire battalion army be the first to swing into action in Ekiti State and rescue the victims unscathed. Ox is in the ditch. When Nigeria is faced with numerous economic quagmires and the president embarks on a private visit, it's an ignominy, an onslaught on the masses who are grappling for survival at the moment. It's high time we stood for our rights. Chisco, thank you for your message. We've got to go on a break, Lagos. If I'm lucky enough, I might have like 1 more minute to read a few of your messages before we wrap things up on this side. On the other side, we're going to be talking about women in leadership, but we're starting with the corporate world because there's been a rise and it's on the up and up. But how can we translate that to politics?
Lagos, it's a new year and you made it. Yes, but you know how they say that the month of January is so long? Like 2 months in one.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.